Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya eva cha Titanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, my dear friends, Vaishnavas, assembled devotees. So very grateful for this day where I'm getting chance to be in the company of all of you who are so elevated Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis practicing the path of bhakti and trying to please the Supreme Lord, Lord Hari, Lord Krishna. Thank you, Baldev Prabhu, Poli Mataji, Priti Mataji, Raghu Prabhu, Haribol, Shroma Mataji, Rohan, Baswati Mataji, Uma Mataji is there, Swati Mataji, Hare Krishna. Then we have Ravi Prabhu, Sushilpa Mataji, and Uma Mataji, Ganesh Prabhu. Thank you. Varun, Vanilla, thank you for joining. And Radha Biharini Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, today is the third session of our book called The Beginner's Guide to Krishna Consciousness. And we have discussed that it is not just for beginners, actually, it is for any sincere spiritual seeker. And a sincere spiritual seeker always feels there is room to improve, there is room to grow. So one in the heart feels, I am a neophyte. I don't know. There's so much to learn, although they may be doing a lot. So we have covered two sessions and discussed about why practice bhakti or why to take up the path of bhakti. Then and also we spoke about Guru Sadhu and Shastra. And so today we're going to talk about the third topic, which is understanding Krishna consciousness as it is. As it is, very important. Yata tatam, right? Yatha roop in Hindi, yata tatam in Telugu, right? Or as it is, very important. Because as we were talking about yesterday, there's a lot of concoction, speculation, mental jugglery, and whatnot. Everyone concocts things these days, but bhakti is as it is. The more we concoct, the more we will adulterate it. Therefore, Lord Krishna personally came 500 years back to give this message as it is. Apane achara Prabhu Jevira Sikhat. Teach by his own example the devotional service, as we were talking, Lord Chaitanya, who is none other than Krishna himself, came personally 500 years back. So with that, let's start with the third topic. And like always, if anyone wants to read, and especially those who didn't get chance in day one and day two and want to read, maybe you can raise your hand. And so you all can get chance to read. And we'll read as one page approximately. Um, one page per devotee. Anyone would like to begin? Yes, Polly Mataji, please.
Understanding Krishna consciousness as it is. Everybody in India knows at least something about Krishna. Unfortunately, certain unscrupulous persons have propagated many false concepts about Krishna and about the process of bhakti. As a result, most Indians, despite their natural Krishna consciousness inclinations, are confused about the real understanding and practice of Krishna bhakti. For them to keep up Krishna consciousness in the actual bona fide manner, they will have to accept that many of the ideas they have about Krishna and Krishna consciousness are erroneous and misleading. Some of the most prominent misconceptions are as follow. Number one, Krishna is a mythological figure. He did not and does not actually exist.
Very
Number
well.
two,
Yes, Mataji. I think it'll be good to kind of share some thoughts also on each of these points.
sure.
Thank you for reading this section so far. Very grateful to you. So, on the name of God, there is a lot of hodgepodge. Raise your hand if you agree. There's a lot of hodgepodge, like khichdi banao, especially in India. Like in West, people either say, okay, I don't believe in all this thing, or maybe they have something. But in India, as Prabhupada said, that a new God is coming, a new Guru is coming every day, a new Baba is coming. Anyone and everyone, you ask someone, hey, can you operate if someone has let's say an eye cataract, can any one of you operate it and cure it? What will you say? What will be a common response if I ask you, oh dear Prabhu Mataji, can you operate the someone who has cataract, can you take care of it, or him or her? What will we say? No, sorry, it's not my thing. I can't help with that, right? We will say that, and honestly, and there is no harm in saying that, correct? Because we don't know it, and we're not supposed to know everything in the world. But you ask anyone in India, can you tell me about God? No one is going to say, I don't know, right? Someone will say, oh, I am God. My uncle is God. We are all gods. We'll all become God. He is God. She is God. My dog is my God. My cat is my dog. There is no God. All hodgepodge is there. So we need to, it's as I said, it's very misleading and erroneous. Hmm. So here are some of the common ideas given, which are the common like errors or misleading facts, which so we have to be mindful and careful. Hmm? So one is Krishna is mythological. Mythological means it's kind of a fairy tale. It did not actually happen. It's not. Many times, if you go, books like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita, all these books are kept in the library in the mythological section. So, my dear friends, this is not mythology, this is history. It actually happened. You can go to Dwarka, Vrindavan, Mathura, Navadvip, Nasik, Ayodhya. We're talking about Ayodhya these days. Everyone is talking. You can go. It's Ram Bhumi. You can go. Not on that day, as maybe after a few days. I'm not promoting anything against the civil codes. Uh, so the point is that you can go to all those holy places. You can circumambulate Giri Govardhan. It's not a mythological figure. All these leelas happened. Number two, anyone wants to read this? Number two and three?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Mata.
Hare Krishna. Krishna was Krishna was a great man, but not the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna was immoral.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank
So
you, Prabhu. Hare
many
Krishna.
people have this concoction. Oh yeah, Krishna, he was some great person. Maybe, there are a lot of great people, like I'm not going to name anyone because everyone thinks they are great in today's day and age. But the point is, he's not like some famous CEO or some famous prime minister or president, It's not like that. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the greatest of the greatest. Hmm? He was, he is, and he will be. Not because I think so, not because ISKCON thinks so, because that's a fact. Hmm. Now you may say, well, I don't believe in that. So some things in this book, take it as an axiom, right? Take it as an axiom. When I say like in childhood, your math teacher might have said that the sum of the angles of the triangle is 180-degree. We don't go and fight with them. Hey, why it's not 190-degree, right? We may not have that understanding at that time why it's 180 only, why all the angles sum up to be 180. So at that time, we have to accept certain things because they're bona fide. So whatever we are sharing is from bona fide scriptures. As you will read more, we'll understand more, and our knowledge, our conviction, our faith will deepen. So he is a supreme Lord, not just some famous person. Number three, he was immoral. This is also again a very, very common myth or common error. Oh, he was dancing with the gopis. Oh, he stole the garments of the gopis. Oh, he did Rasa Leela. Oh, he stole butter. Oh, he spoke lie. Oh, he did that. You know, and then we think, oh, he's immoral. He's beyond moral and immoral. He's the one who, makes the law, right? So again, these are all very big topics, but he is he's be, whenever he does something, it is beyond any modes of goodness, passion, ignorance. So we should never think, oh, Krishna is just a mundane person or he's doing immoral activities and things like that. There are many gods, they're all the same, and worship of any of them is the same as worship of Krishna. This again is a deeper topic, but the point is that we have discussed in great length in chapter 7 also. All roads don't lead to Rome, right? So, yanti deva vrita devan, pitrin yanti pitrivita, bhutani yanti bhutejya, yanti madhyajinopi mam. Whomever we worship, we get there. There are many verses in the Gita to prove that. So the point is, we have to understand that, as we discussed even yesterday, that Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Shiva, etc., Hanuman, they're all worshipping Krishna, Rama. So ultimately, he is the supreme source. By meditation and spiritual practice, anyone can become as good as Krishna. This is again a very, very common, my common kind of confusion or common false statement. The jiva remains jiva. The individual soul remains individual soul. We are individual soul. Krishna is Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Krishna does not become individual soul, and we don't become God. That's like unparalleled truth. And there's nothing wrong. Why should we try to become God? Right? We are servants. Actually, in one way, the servant of the God or servant of Krishna, when we understand our true position, we'll be happy. So that's our true position. By bhakti, by meditation, by spiritual practice, what are we trying to be? We're trying to be a better servant, a better devotee, a better worshipper of Krishna, not trying to be Krishna. So we have to be careful from such association, those who are trying to be God or compete with God. It is not that the person Krishna who is to be worshipped, but the unborn eternal nature within Krishna. That's a common thing again. Many people say, oh, this Bhagavan, in Bhagavad Gita, many places it said, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Maya Saktamana Partha, Yogam Yunjan Madashraya. So many verses, close to 600 verses Lord Krishna gave out of 700 verses in the Bhagavad Gita. He said, no, 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 this is not Krishna speaking. This is not Bhagavan speaking. It clearly says Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. These are the words, Song of God, Bhagavad Gita. No, no, no. This is some unborn, some nature within Krishna. That's again a very, very commonly misunderstanding or confusion. This is seventh one is very interesting. जब भगवान की कृपा होगी तब हम भक्त बनेंगे. When God will be merciful upon me, then I'll become a devotee. How many of you have heard that? Anyone has heard that? अभी हमारे पर कृपा नहीं हुई. That's why we can't. Right now, God is not merciful upon us. No, right? We have all heard that at some places, or maybe said to others also. It's like the sunlight is there, the sun is there, but if I put a thick blanket on my head and say, oh, it's all pitch dark, where is the sun? There is no sun. Hare Baba, get out of the blanket. The sun is like bright noon is there. Sun is as clear as a noon sun. The problem is not with the sun, the problem is with the blanket. So similarly, if we put the blanket of our anarthas, our false ego, our shortcomings, our laziness, our impurities, and they say Krishna is not merciful. No, no. Krishna is merciful. That's why he is giving us this chant. That's why he's given Guru Sadhu Shastra. That's why he's given prasad. That's why he comes to do pastimes. That's why he comes to attract us through holy names, holy deities, holy temples, holy Vaishnavas, holy festivals, holy dham, etc., etc. His mercy is unlimited. Kamba dayalu sharanam rajima. Who could be more merciful than him? He's there. Full mercy is there. It depends. Ye yathamam prapadyanti. As we approach, the mercy will be reciprocal. Number 8. Bhakti is only a stepping stone to Gyan. Bhakti is or knowledge. No. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam. Bhakti has two byproducts, Jnana and Vairagya. They naturally come who sincerely renders bhakti. As we know from the story of Dhruv Maharaj, he rendered sincere bhakti and Lord Krishna, he wanted to render prayers, he wanted to offer prayers, but he was just a 5-year-old. He did not go to Vedic Gurukul and learn shlokas and whatnot. So how will he offer prayers? Lord Vishnu touched the Panchajanya on his forehead and Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. As we read, Guru Sadhu Shastra Vakya Chitete Koriyakya, right? We remember, we read that Narottam Thakur. That's how the Guru Sadhu Shastra section began. So it will sprout in the heart once we render sincere bhakti. Knowledge will come spontaneously. Knowledge is just a byproduct. Rather, too much knowledge is also dangerous. One will become proud. Oh, I know more shlokas. Oh, I know more. I have read more scriptures. I have more degrees than you. If knowledge could have, made someone devotee, then those who are very, very learned, or those who are illiterate, like Shabari, she didn't know much slokas, she didn't know much tantra, mantra, mudra, but she had sincere heart to serve Guru. So many such examples are there. So these are very 8 important points. Any comments, thoughts here? Anyone wants to add or any additional suggestions here? Is all the our most is everyone okay? Like if someone asks you or wants to clarify on these, we should be able to be clear, at least in our heart. We may not be able to help others understand, but at least we should be able to ourselves understand these 8 misconceptions. Anyone wants to add or ask any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, as you said that too much knowledge also make people increase their false ego. But if a person is knowledgeable but at the same time is humble, then it is good, Prabhu. Then they can spread, they can teach, they can mentor the other people, right?
Absolutely. Vidya dadati vinayam. You have to always remember that. Knowledge should give humility. Knowledge, Faldar Vriksh, a tree laden with fruits and a person laden with good qualities or knowledge, they always bend down. Hmm. If they have genuine substance, artificial knowledge will make one puffed up, but genuine knowledge with right mood, one will always bend down. Because ultimately it's the mercy of Guru and Krishna. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविद् एव चाहम्. I'm the source of knowledge, forgetfulness, and remembrance, Krishna says. I'm the strength in the strong. I'm the knowledge of the knowledgeable. I'm the energy of the energetic. I'm the power of the powerful. What we have to be proud about? It's called Krishna's. So with that mood, we'll be able to use Krishna's energies in his service. But if we think, oh, it's mine, then the problem comes there. Yes. In right mood, everything can be used in Krishna's service. Wealth, knowledge, beauty, strength, fame, position, resources, house, family, whatnot. Everything can be used. Thank you. Any other thoughts, comments? Okay, we'll jump on to the next passage. If anyone would like to read from here, although, please.
Although none of these ideas have either basis in reality or support from scripture and are in fact completely fallacious, they have somehow or other become popular in Hindu society. In India, one will find dozens of fancy sounding erroneous theories like those mentioned above. These theories are propagated by envious people whose only business is to make a show of being religious. They divert their followers from the actual goal of religion. uh, which, which is to surrender wholly and solely to Krishna. As Krishna himself demands, Sarvadharman parittajya mamekam saranam braja aham tam sarva papebhyo mokshayashami ma suchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Bhagavad Gita 18.66. The propagators of false theories about Krishna may appear to be pious and religious, but if they are asked to accept Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, the primeval cause of all causes, and to surrender unto him, they bluntly refuse. Krishna describes such persons in the Bhagavad Gita 7.15, Namam dukshtrina muraha प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमः मायया परहता jana ashuram bhavam ashirtaha. Those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me.
Yeah, you can complete this. That's where the page ends.
Okay. And anyone interested in becoming a pure devotee must always guard against contamination from non-devotees and false devotees. Back to Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this page further elaborates that we have to be careful. We have to be careful of association of such people who are promoting false theories which have no scriptural basis. They are promoted by envious people, those who want a godless society. जिनको राम राज्य नहीं चाहिए. There are always people hmm, who want Sita but not Ram, like Ravana, right? They want the energy of the Lord. They want to enjoy the energy of the Lord without Lord. Lakshmi sabko chahiye. Everyone wants Lakshmi. Vishnu, no. So the point here is that we have to be careful and be in. If we want pure bhakti, if we want so-called bhakti, then we can go to so-called Baba or so-called false gurus and whatnot. But if one wants pure, anyone interested in becoming pure devotee must guard against contamination from non-devotees and false devotees. Very important line. Asat Santyag A Vaishnavacha. We all say to our children, right? Don't be in the company of bad people, those who smoke, cigarettes or bad intoxications, or those who drink alcohol, right? We all say that to our children. Be watchful of your company. Why? Because they'll develop those habits. Association rubs off very fast. In fact, the bad association rubs off even faster, right? One negative impression may surpass 100 positive impressions. That's the power of negative impressions. We have to be more careful of negative association. So we have to be in the good company of those who are sincerely approaching, those who are trying to follow the Sarvdharma and Parityaja, taking full shelter of Krishna. Any thoughts, comments? This is very like self-explanatory. These two verses are quite important. And as I mentioned earlier, those who wish to memorize can feel free. Any thoughts? Shall we move on to the next page? Okay. Who would like to read the next page? Anyone?
I can read. Hare Krishna.
Yes, please. Yes.
Hare Krishna, everyone. The two main deviations from pure devotional service are the Mayavada doctrine and Sahajiyasam. Mayavadis are impersonalists. They refuse to accept the personality of Krishna as the absolute truth. Their aim is to merge with God. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clearly said, Mayavadi Krishna aparadhi. Mayavadis are offenders to Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Laila 17.129. Srila Prabhupada explains why. By covering the glories of the Supreme Lord, the Mayavadi philosophers have done the greatest disservice to human society. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.120 purport. The Mayavadi's primary occupation is to offend the supreme personalities of Godhead, Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.144 purport. Unfortunately, Mayavada philosophy is almost all pervasive in modern Indian thought. Srila Prabhupada said that impersonalism has killed India's Vedic culture. Conversation happened on 5th July 1976. Bhakti means surrender to Krishna based on acceptance of his supremacy, his transcendental personality, and his eternal spiritual form. But Mayavadis preposterously equate ordinary living beings with God, undermining the very basis of bhakti. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore warned that anyone who hears Mayavada explanations of scripture is doomed, his spiritual life is ruined.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Thank you so much, Veena Mataji. So if you see this section, Prabhupada is warning against the Mayavadi and Sahajiyas. So in this particular page, we are trying to understand what does it meant by Maya. You will hear this word a lot, Mayavad, impersonalism, etc. Because it's quite widely spread now, not just in India, but in US also. It is a combination, as we read in the previous, page 7, if you recall. It's a combination of most of these, right? Krishna, is some by meditation you'll become as good as God, basically merging with God, right? He's not a person. It is not the person to be worshipped, right? Impersonal, right? So it's just a combination of all these false ideas. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, they give us the correct principles that bhakti is personal. Krishna is person. He's so beautiful. He is the most beautiful. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yasha shriya. He has, the flute, the morpang, the curly locks of hair, his kankava, his kundal, his srivatsa, his lotus face, his lotus arms, his lotus feet, his entourage, his friends, his mother, his family, his devotees, right? He has unlimited names. Hmm? So he's a person. Man is made in the image of God. If we are person, how can and we are children of God, right? We ultimately, if we go trace our roots, we come from God, not from monkeys. So we come from the Supreme Lord, right? Brahma is the great grandfather of the entire universe, and then ultimately, where does Brahma come from? He comes from Vishnu, and ultimately, where does Vishnu come from? So if we trace the roots, Govindam Adi Purusham is a Adi Purusha. He's a Sarva Karana Karanam. So he's a person, in short. So we have to be very careful that we are individual person and we don't merge with God. So the Mayavadis, their aim is to merge with God or become as equal to Him. Equal to Him. So they're also called as impersonalist. Let's see what is Sahajiya. The next section talks about Sahajiya. So yes, Baldev Prabhu wants to read. Yes, Prabhu, can read the next section.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandot Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sahajias are pseudo devotees who take devotional service cheaply. Without following the standard rules and regulations of devotional service, they consider themselves highly advanced, making a show of intense devotion. Unscrupulous professional speakers, bhajan singers, comic book publishers, and false gurus have commercialized Krishna consciousness among the masses. Although they may speak or sing of Krishna very attractively, their motive is simply to make money. Some of these so-called sadhus collect many followers by their personal charisma. However, they have nothing substantial to offer. Such cheaters are interested only in money and fame. They entertain their followers with many stories but hardly care to teach them philosophy. They are not strict with their disciples and more or less let them do as they please. Expert showmen, they entice people with talks of advanced devotion. Both the so-called guru and his so-called disciples, although materially motivated, float in an illusion of being highly advanced. Factually, they all they are all full of lust, greed, envy, and illusion, and are fully attracted to material life. Insincere people who want to be cheated are easily misled by such expert cheaters. Intelligent people who are seriously interested in pure devotional service should search out a genuine sadhu whose instruction will actually help them become purified and free from material attachments by guiding them in the performance of regulated devotional service.
Very cool. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So this class of people are called Sahajiyas, which is another deviant sect. Now they believe Krishna is person. So the impersonalists don't believe that Krishna is God, is a person. But the Sahajiyas, what is there? Sahaj, Sahaj is means simple. Oh, bhakti is very simple in the sense like, Krishna, I always think of Krishna. Krishna is my dear. I always dream of him. When I talk about him, there was like, I'll give you one example of typical Sahaji. Uh, one time there was a Dhongi Guru. Dhongi Guru, he was chewing pan and all that stuff, gutka, and like in India, some people chew this and this red spit is coming, right? That lar, this is dripping. He said, "Okay, we'll talk about Bhagavatam today," and then you know, and that fell on the book Bhagavatam, and then everyone was shocked. Oh, what is this guy doing? Bhagavatam is so pure, Gita is so pure, and he spat literally, and that to that red, dirty, foul substance. He said, "Dear devotees, don't worry. You might be thinking this, but when I talk about Bhagavatam, all Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, they enter my mouth. And this is not just some substance. This is Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati entering my mouth." And everyone goes, "Oh, look at Gurudev, he's so elevated. Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, they come in his mouth." So you have to be careful. Insincere people who want to be cheated are easily misled. There is no dearth of cheaters, there's no dearth of people who want to be cheated. Right? So they are cheated by such people. But there was one intelligent person who had clear philosophy. So we have to have clear philosophy. What are we looking for? His philosophy was clear. He said, "Gurudev, I got something for you. Prasad." He opened, there's some kind of powder or something. The guru, the so-called guru, so-called Dhongi guru, he took it and he said, what kind of prasad is it? It doesn't appear salty, it doesn't appear sweet, it doesn't appear, like what is it? He said, "Guru, these are the ashes of my mother who passed away. I thought if Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati are here, why I need to go to all these places?" Of course, he just collected some ashes and he just wanted to expose this false guru, right? So, my dear friends, you have to be very careful. On the name of holy men, a lot of people are cheating. A lot of people, and what is their motive? Lust, anger, greed, money. You give me money, I'll take care of everything. One more joke on this substance. You know, one person went to a Baba. "Baba, please check my hand. Something is, your heart they palmist, right?" Baba said, "Well, you have a lot of troubles going to happen. I'll do a yagya for you, 50,000 rupees. I'll take care of sab shani wani sabko bhaga dunga. I'll take care of Saturn, Shani, everything will be set." He said, "Baba, Hi, 50,000 rupees. I don't have that much money. What are you talking about? Okay, Baba said, okay, for you, special discount, 5,000 rupees, right? I'll take care of you. And Baba, I am a pauper. I don't have 5,000 rupees to give you. He said, 500, Baba. Nothing less. 500. You give me 500, I'll take care of this shani money, everything. He said, Baba, sorry, I don't have 500 rupees. He said, okay, 50 rupiah. 50 rupiah, less than $1, right? Even Dollar Tree, you won't get anything for 50 rupiah. So he said, Baba, I don't have 50 rupees. Baba said, do you have 5 rupees? Do you have 5 rupees to give? He said, Baba, I don't have 5 rupees. He said, okay, then you go. He said, Shani bhi kuch nahi kar sakta. You don't have 5 rupees, what will Shani do to you? So, I mean, jokes apart, but there is a lot of bad things happening on the name of religion, on the name of God. Some people say, oh, we will, enroll you in the Rasa Leela, and all nonsense happens, right? Lust, greed, position, black magic, this, that, on the name of God. So we have to be very careful, my dear friends. So we have to understand the philosophy. What we are talking about is philosophy. Some people don't like to hear philosophy. सिद्धांत बोलते करे ना करे आलस सिद्धांत में आलस नहीं करना चाहिए दिस इज तत्व has to be clear rosy cozy stories everyone wants to hear oh Krishna did this lifted Govardhan hill danced with gopis people want to hear that but if we don't hear about the philosophy then we'll misunderstand God and we'll misunderstand pure devotees and then we'll think some so-called Baba is pure. So we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful to not be misled because there is no shortage of cheaters in this world. Any thoughts, comments? Who take this cheaply or very, very sahaja? They are called sahajiyas. Give me money, I'll enroll you this. Give me, come to me for this. Come do that. This do this. Get a nice car for me. I'll take care of all your bhakti. If a pure guru is not looking for anything material from his followers. The pure guru wants their followers, their disciples, to become pure devotees of Krishna. That is the only thing. Be sincere, be genuine, and aspire for nothing but pure devotion. That's the biggest gift to one's guru. And a pure guru wants that. Is it okay? Okay. Yes, Swati Mataji, you can read the next page.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhuji.
From here. Oh. Another class.
Sure. Another class of pseudo-religionists emphasize worldly philanthropy, such as opening hospitals and schools and feeding the poor. However, genuine sadhus know that such mundane welfare work is of no ultimate value until a person becomes enlightened in Krishna consciousness. He is doomed to continue rotating in the ghastly cycle of birth and death and suffering its concomitant miseries. Therefore, the real duty of a sadhu is to bring people to Krishna consciousness. Those who equate worldly service with spiritual service simply cheat others while purporting to benefit them. In addition to the bogus sadhus and their followers, there are many devotees who, despite belonging to authorized Vaishnava traditions, have compromised their beliefs and practices and thus lost the essential spirit of surrender to Vishnu. Do you want me to continue, Prabhuji? Sure. Another problem in this age of Kali is the prevalence of innumerable false incarnations of God. The perverted atmosphere of this age has allowed these pseudo incarnations to influence foolish people to such an extent that worshipping them is often more popular than worshipping the real God, Krishna. And their bewildered followers take the meaningless pronouncements of such gods as sacred philosophy. All these non devotees, semi devotees, and pseudo devotees may appear to be practicing bhakti, but because they are misinformed, misdirected, materially motivated, or envious of Krishna, all their prayers, mantras, and pujas are useless. Their activities are not accepted as actual bhakti by real parampara devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Fatima Mataji, for reading this section. So we discussed about number one, who? Anyone recalls the kind of non-devotees we are talking about? We discussed a few categories. Number one was anyone? Mayavadis, also called as impersonalist. Okay, number two,
Sahajias.
Sahajiyas, who take bhakti cheaply, right? Or materially motivated also. So number three come here, those who think bhakti means open schools, open hospitals, feed the poor, donate blanket. Now, if there is no connection to Krishna in those things will become just maybe some pious karma, and then one will get maybe some Swargaloka and then again keep rotating in the cycle of birth and death. So we are not against helping others. So we have to properly understand, we're not against helping others. If we have to donate food, donate prasad, which will not only help their body but soul. If you have to help someone, like there is a Bhaktivedanta hospital in Bombay, where every day Lord Jagannath, I have been to that hospital personally. If you go to Bombay, I highly recommend you to see. All the patients not only get the bodily care, but they get the spiritual care. As soon as you enter the hospital, there's a big Prabhupada deity. There is a temple in the hospital, and there is a revolving deity like on the cart, which goes to every room in the hospital. And before surgery, guess who goes? Before surgery, Nrsingadev, the original surgeon. Right? Because so before surgery, they take the blessings of Nrsingadev. Okay, your surgery is about to happen. He's our original surgeon. Surgery was very successful. Patient delivered. um, Anyways, jokes apart. But that's real care. So these things in itself are not bad. But if they're not connected to God or Krishna, they become just some mundane activities. But when we connect these activities to Krishna consciousness, then they become pure bhakti. So that was one point. The real duty of sadhu is what? To bring people close to Krishna. ISKCON is also an hospital where we are curing the disease, impurities of the heart. ISKCON is also an educational institute where we are teaching the real education. Physics, math, science, all these things will only help short term. right? To earn some money. It won't help beyond that. So I like this last line. Either they are misinformed, that means they don't know properly who is God, or impersonally, or they're misdirected, they're worshiping the wrong person, thinking my dog is my God, right? Misdirected. The desire to worship is there, but misdirected, thinking anyone and everyone to be God. Materially motivated, lust, anger, greed, money, etc., etc., or envious of God. All their prayers, mantras, pujas are futile. Shrama eva hi kevalam. So, in short, we can take it the other way also. Sincere seekers should not be misinformed, should not be materially motivated, should not be misdirected, should not be envious of Krishna. Then our prayers, our pujas, our everything will be successful. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has? Any comments? Okay, it's 8:55. Let's see if we have any comments or questions, and so we can cover in the last few minutes. Any thoughts, any reflections, something struck you, something you got as a take home for today, or you have a question? Let's do some churning. If anyone would like to share anything from today's, we read 6-7 pages, I believe. At least 5-6 pages we read. No one? Everything clear or nothing is clear? Is it okay? Is it getting too much, or is it like too, you already know everything? Or I don't know, like, because there's a mixed audience, some feedback certainly helps to get how you are feeling.
So, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So, Mayavadi here, it looks like is the same as Brahmavadi, impersonalist.
Mayavadi and Brahmavadi, they are, it's a little bit more technical. There is some subtle differences there. There is some subtle differences which maybe needs broader discussion. But generally, we sometimes we may that word is used interchangeably also. But if we want more clarity, I think it'll be good to check some senior Vaishnava. There are some subtle or some little differences, you can say, there.
Thank you, Prabhuji. No problem.
Probably I had a question.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
Sahajiyas, are these people who do Sahaj Yoga? Is it the same as Sahajiya?
Sahaj Yoga. What do they do in Sahaj Yoga? You know?
I don't know. I know that someone talked to me about Sahaj Yoga the other day.
Meditation, Prabhuji. It's Sahaja Yoga. It's like meditation, focusing on the chakras and breathing, mainly on breathing. But Sahajiya, I was just kind of googling it, Prabhuji. It's not good.
Yeah.
But categorized as Vaishnavas, that's surprising. Yeah.
Google has, you cannot take every word of Google for. So the point is, Sahaj Yoga, I think they're totally different. I don't know much about Sahaj Yoga because these days there are 100 different types of yoga, and people are concocting yoga also, connecting bhoga more. We are getting more bhoga than yoga actually. Yeah, it's like bear yoga, goat yoga, cat yoga, hot yoga, wet yoga, this yoga, beach yoga, right? It's all just a different way of bhoga. That's the truth, right? There is no yoga. Yoga means connection with God. No one talks about God there. Everyone talks about enjoying senses. So, but back to Sahajiya there. Sahajiya is basically those who take God very cheaply, or materially motivated, for illicit relationships, for money, or like I think I gave one story also. That's like a typical Sahajiya example. So they're acting as devotees, right? Oh, I'm going to read from Bhagavad Gita, like, and this is like spitting on the Gita, so taking it cheaply. Or Rasalila, oh, come, all of you come, and we're all going to do Rasalila. See, Krishna did Rasalila, so we are his devotees. We should also do the same things, and then he'll be very pleased. So it may sound also to a neophyte, to a gullible, innocent person, oh, yeah, I see it. See, talking Krishna, Rasalila, and then people get caught up and cheated. So in the name of God, they are cheating others. So we have to be careful.
Got it, Prabhuji.
Any other thoughts, comments? Anyone? Yes, Ravi Prabhu, Avani, Mataji, any thoughts?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Not as such, Prabhuji. I mean, basically what we understood today that, like there are different types of people available around the world. If we are having a right knowledge from the right source, then we should be able to differentiate and then go with the right person.
Very nice. And avoid the bad. Both are important. Wonderful. Okay, thank you. So it's past 9:01. We will pause here, and I think there are 5 pages left in this section. So we are covering about 5-6 pages, which is a decent pace. We'll be able to complete the book in 5 weeks with this pace, which is good and healthy. And we'll learn a lot from this book. So initially, we're talking a lot about like theoretical elements, and we'll talk about the practical elements also, like how to do japa, how to offer arati, how to set up a temple at home. All those will be covered. So thank you again for your kind association. Please encourage others also to join in your friends community circle, and we'll complete this section tomorrow. Thank you so much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Hare Krishna, good night, Hari Bol.
Vilas Prabhu ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hari Bol. Thank you.